Previously on Dances with Dice, when last we left our heroes, Theo, the centaur fighter, Finian, the halfling artificer, and Felix, the human bard. They'd found themselves in the cellar. Questions unanswered, and an uneasiness about this new group of companions. With older friends and a bit of time to kill around, what awaits our heroes this week on Dances with Dice.
We return to the cellar. All of you have had a little bit of time to rest and relax. The short rest was had. Some certain things recovered, certain things not. And at this point, I'll say probably about an hour or two has passed. You guys have been able to just relax, have a glass of wine. Bartholomew's brought out some appetizers, like some bruschetta and I don't know, peanuts and things. And if there was anything you guys wanted to do in your interim time before you're supposed to go back and meet the captain, you are welcome to do so.
Just as a footnote, I have been shamelessly flirting with Barty the whole time.
All right. He gives back as good as he gets, but you get the feeling that it's practiced almost. Like it's very much in the way that a bartender flirts. It's a lot of like
he's humoring me, and that's it.
Yes, I'll say.
Fair enough.
What's your insight modifier again?
4. I'm pretty sure. Actually, let me double check that. I just made that up. Perception, you said?
No, insight.
Insight, yes, 4.
Okay. You feel like there might be something more there, but you're not 100% sure. You're not sure why, but there's something more than just the practice flirting as to why he seems to not be fully engaging. But it's a fun couple of hours. There's good conversation to be had, so no harm, no foul.
All right, I'm good then.
Finian, Theo.
I'm actually gonna go talk to Theo and be like, so, you seem pretty handy with that thing. That was really cool back there when you fucking clobbered those guys.
Thank you. You did fairly well yourself with your magic. It was louder than I know most firebolt to be, but very impressive.
Well, it's something I've been kind of working on a little bit. It's a way to enhance certain things.
Way to enhance spells, like boosting them with magic, or
Kind of. It's still a work in progress. I'm still kind of working out the kinks. Today was actually kind of the first time I got to do it. It was really cool.
Did a fine job.
So is this like a normal thing? Does this stuff? You said like this stuff doesn't happen very often. Like there's not a lot of
Um,
pretty quiet.
not in, I suppose, not in Evercrown. Evercrown has always been, fairly, I don't know, mundane. Well, it's a lovely place, but not much happens here. It's basically, a vacation town. I suppose it's odd to see a little bit of, ruffians in the mix. I even heard, one gentleman told me that he's been seeing the symbol of God damn it, notes, symbol of that thieving guild or whatever they are, that group. I have my notes. I took notes on it.
A hand of something.
I'm gonna find mine first. 5 fingers.
5 fingers. Damn it. There.
You cannot defeat the note taker.
I have notes though. I took a good notes.
She's trying.
It's been seeing the symbol of the 5 fingers around town, which is odd. They don't usually come to this area. They're usually more in the port towns. There's more, I don't know. It's easier to...
At the mention of the 5 fingers, you see kind of Bartholomew kind of like perk up a bit, and he's like, I don't know if it's real or not, Theo. Sorry, I couldn't help but hear you talking.
don't know if it's real that the 5 fingers are here.
If there's one thing I've known in my many years on this planet, it is that the 5 fingers, more than anything, need stability. I mean, you and all of you would know this because it's pretty like, the 5 fingers has spent basically the last like 40 years or so rehabilitating their image. And so like they've got, it's kind of like how
their image of being thieves.
well, it's one of those things where it's like kind of like when a mafia
Or rebranding.
when a mafia family becomes powerful enough, it's kind of like they go like lot of philanthropy, lot of art galleries, statues. They're trying to kind of like buy respectability. And so like that's kind of what's been happening over the last like 30, 40 years or so. And it's just starting to get traction. Like people are more starting to associate the 5 fingers with like philanthropic efforts, charity work, you know, patrons of the arts. Like there's still like pockets of like the old hand versus the new hand is kind of like what they've been dubbed. And there's the old hand is still very strong and powerful, but there have been rumblings of a sort of like an underground civil war between 2 sides of the organization.
Well,
I'm not entirely sure if it's actually the new hand that's at work here in our little city.
doesn't have to be the new one. It can be the old one. There's been word about magical items being stolen all over town, apparently.
That's never good.
No. Either way, it's a little odd for this town to experience that. Wasn't like that when I was younger. I don't know.
Well, in any case, we showed them what for. I mean, I don't think they're gonna try that again. At least not with us around.
Not unless they're stupid. Which they seemed kind of stupid. So you're from the Life Basin?
Right?
Did I hear that right?
That'd be correct.
You been to the fortress?
Been there for about 3 years now.
So you've been there recently?
I honestly just came from there.
It's been about
On a bit of leave.
It's been like a 3-month journey to get from here to
Yeah.
there. So it's been about 3-4 months.
When did you get there?
When did
Like
I get there?
Like, when did you first go there?
I got accepted to the academy 3.5 years ago.
Sounds about right. How is it?
Kind of gives you a sounds about right.
Never mind.
Question mark.
Never mind, I'm just familiar with the area. You, fancy one.
I think
Yes.
she means you.
You also from
And-
the Life Basin?
No.
All right.
You're not gonna play 20 questions with me, so it's just the life basin you're curious about.
Maybe. I assumed you just would talk more. You seem to like it when you speak.
I'm more interested in making you show your hand.
She holds up her hands and does little jazz hands. Seem pretty empty right now.
Cute. Very
That's right.
cute.
Ugh. She like downs the last for glass.
Bartholomew kind of looks over the conversation that's happening right now. It's like, well, as fun as this little dick measuring competition is, unfortunately, this is where we must bid each other adieu. I must open the cellar for the evening. And he kind of like looks out like the little window. You see the sun starting to dip down below the horizon. I believe you are due somewhere else as well. Please give
Alright.
Captain Bob Hill my warmest regards.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bartholomew. And
As always, Theo, it is a pleasure. Don't be a stranger.
she nods
Thank
and oh,
You
begins to
first.
head for the door. You go ahead, Felix.
Thank you for the hospitality you've shown us. It is greatly appreciated.
He gives you a deep bow, gives you like a kiss on the hand, and says, "The pleasure was all mine. Do not be a stranger." Finian, I appreciate your gift. Don't be a stranger.
It's my pleasure. Nothing really to it. Look, if it ever breaks, if it ever stops working, which it shouldn't, let me know. I'll whip up a new one for you.
absolutely will. I will without hesitation. Until we next meet. And he leads you to the door, unlocks it, and sends you on your merry way. The streets of Evercrown are empty. It takes about half an hour or so to walk back all the way through the streets to the little guard outpost, the drunk tank that you guys found yourselves in. While you are walking, I would like everybody to please roll me a perception check.
11.
11. 5.
We don't see shit.
Nat 20, baby.
Oh, fuck off.
All
Nat
right.
20, baby.
Very
I
nice.
can't see shit, but
What's that with your
Oh,
modifier,
plus
Hannah?
3, 23.
23. Okay. Felix, Finian, it's a brisk and gorgeous night. You can feel the breeze coming off the lake. You can start to see like it's the start of spring, so you can it's like there's still like a little bit of frost in the air. It's a little chilly, just like that perfect sort of crisp evening as you head into early spring. And you guys are just walking, maybe chatting here or there about some things. You're just really taking in the town around you. Theo, it's a lovely evening. It's a brisk walk. And as you turn the corner to head towards the outpost, the little guard outpost that you guys emerged from today, you swear for just a moment you feel like there's somebody watching you. But in that moment where you feel that the hairs on the back of your neck raise, you turn and look and there's nothing there.
She keeps moving, but is going a little faster now.
All right. You guys arrive at the. You arrive at the guard outpost without issue. There are lights on inside, and as you open the door, kind of look around, give a shout for Demay, and you see a figure just kind of sitting hunched over their desk as you enter.
Oi. Demay?
No response.
Demay? She goes over and pats her.
You notice that it was a pile of blankets kind of covering the desk, and it kind of collapses out of the chair. And you all hear the door slam and then lock behind you. And you see now sitting at a further table in the corner, kind of in the darkness, you see a hooded figure just kind of sitting there with their arms crossed, tossing a knife up and down to themselves.
It's about time you showed up. Welcome. Please, I would like each of you to take a seat.
There's a long table with 3 chairs on one side and 1 chair on the other.
We have literally no money. There is
I
no
have no-
money here.
I have no interest in your
We have
money.
none money.
I, in fact, have a proposition that will make you money. Please.
He puts the dagger away and snaps his fingers, and you watch as a pitcher of water and a couple of glasses appear.
A simple conversation is all I require.
And he sits himself down at the table, pours himself a glass of water, and takes a slow, luxurious sip.
Theo pulls out her maul but kind of slams it head first on the ground like the thing. Where's Captain Bobhill?
She is somewhere between the Palindrome Magic Shop and City Hall, still cleaning up the mess from this afternoon. She is completely fine. I just needed a bit of privacy. In my line of work, it lends itself to be private.
Are you trying to hire us to be prostitutes?
There are simpler ways to find pleasure, my dear boy.
Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna sit.
Felix was just like, please, 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 please. Fuck. Can I insight check this motherfucker?
Absolutely.
You have to roll for me.
What's your insight mod?
+1.
You get a soft 20.
Yay!
So,
insight if he's, I don't know.
He is not lying about. He's not lying about Captain Bophill. You know that for a fact.
And he's not lying about us being prostitutes.
He is not lying about wanting to hire you for sex. And that's about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Theo kind of taps on her maul and but drags it along as she sits down. So she's got her hand on it.
You are fucking up perfectly good hardwood floors right now.
I'd say no. Honestly, he this person looks up at you. He's like,
You're the one who's going to have to pay for ruining the floors, not me.
It's Evercrown. They got the money.
This is true. Oh, it's so very true.
the figure looks over at you, Finian.
Are you going to join us, lad? I promise it's above board. Well, more above board than most.
He just kind of doesn't say anything and sits down. Just kind of looking, listening.
Appreciate it.
He draws his hood back, and you see a very plain-looking human male, sort of pale white skin, blue eyes, a little a shaved head with a kind of dark black beard, a gold earring in one ear. And as he pulls his hood back, you watch as his cloak shifts, and he kind of pulls it aside, and he reveals on his chest, emblazoned in leather armor, the symbol of the 5 fingers.
I come representing an organization of sorts. An organization whose reputation is currently being dragged through the mud through the fine town of Evercrown. As you may or may not be aware, the Five Fingers has recently taken up a new position in society. Some of our members are a little frustrated at the slowdown of their income. I believe you met some of those men today.
But those were your guys.
Oh, they are definitely not my people.
Good. I was going to say that's a very bad look if those were yours, because they were tremendously stupid.
Well, good help is always so hard to come by these days. My proposition is simple. Items of a magical effect and effort have gone missing from Evercrown. That is a bad thing, because symbols of the 5 fingers are appearing all over town. Also a bad thing. I can assure you,
And he puts his hand on his heart.
absolutely nothing to do with the new hand of the organization. But we would like to clean up our mess, as it were. Unfortunately, we have no operatives in the area, but I figured that possibly a group of enterprising young adventurers might be somewhat interested in a little money for doing something they already seem to enjoy this afternoon.
Looks over at you, Finian.
Fine burst of magic there, young lad.
He gives you a wink.
Yeah? What makes you
You'll
think
seem-
we want to improve your image? Seeing as you're still part of what seems like a pretty, not reputable organization.
The world is not black and white, my boy. It is shades of gray. An organization that was once an army now protects individuals, even though at one point they slaughtered thousands. Those who one day picked pockets now fills them with charity. And ancient beasts of wing, fire, and talon are now extinct. The world changes. Time moves on. And we adjust. The 5 fingers is removing itself from thievery as best we can. We deal in power, politics, and charity now. The One has made this very clear. There are some amongst us who choose not to follow these directives. My task is to find them and make them see the error of their ways. The job I wish to hire for you is simple. You don't even have to get your hands dirty if you don't want to. I just need the 3 of you to put your smart little noggins together and just find me their hiding place. I'll take care of the rest.
Want it be down by the docks? That's what they said. Something about some Finnegan. Go to Finnegan at the docks and...
Finnegan. Always too big for his wings.
Oh, so Finnegan was the bird.
The docks have been searched and turned over time and time again. They are, for all their stupidity in the marks they choose, they are better at hiding than anyone would like to admit. But, since no one should do anything for free ever, a sweetener. 15 gold a person for finding this warehouse. And for every magical item returned, an additional gold.
And you guys can't handle this because...
I am currently disposed in Merishane, dealing with some more rowdy members of the Old Hand at the moment. But
How much you gonna charge people for their magical items back? Are you just gonna be giving them back?
we have no intention of selling anything. They will be returned to the places they were stolen from. And those that cannot be returned will be donated back to publicly funded places within the city where they will be displayed and hopefully found by their previous owners. Like I said, politics and power are what matter to the new hand now. We have the money we need to buy all the magic we could ever use.
There it is.
Does power not corrupt?
Everything corrupts. It's all about balance. The power that corrupts is the same power that drives you to do good no matter the consequences. Do you want to know those with the biggest body counts? Those with the most righteous of intentions.
Not always.
Maybe not nowadays. You did not live during the old time.
And you did?
Spoilers. But I'll tell you what. A job done is a job rewarded. So, do this for me, and maybe, just maybe, I'll give you a little nip of some of the power and information the new hand has gathered. I have a feeling each and every one of you has larger ambitions.
Theodosia's tapping again along the side of her maul.
What kind of information are you offering?
I offer you what the hand always offers. An answer to one question, and one question alone. Whether that answer is sufficient all depends on the quality of the question. But you know us. You know the story. Our roots go deep, and the One knows many, many things. So, in addition to monetary compensation, a little tit for tat, you scratch my back, I give you a little piece of paper that might set you on your way.
Fine, I'm in.
Theodosia, trails her fingers along her neck from where the other day, the veins.
That was today. That's
Oh.
the same day
Still
as today.
today. Still the same day.
Or I guess then earlier the vein stuff. All right, fine. I'm in too.
At the
Finian,
point.
No, listen to this guy. Oh, we're doing it for power now. Oh, we're doing it for politics. It doesn't fucking matter. Anything you do, like, so fine behind closed doors can't be for anything good.
Not doing it for those things. I'm doing it for me.
Yep.
We'd be weeding out some. Well, weeding. We'd be weeding out. I'd say like this accent goes all over the place. We'd be weeding out some thieves already going around through Evercrown. Usually the hand doesn't come here, at least not the new one. Get them out, at least they're gone. The old ones. And perhaps they don't come back. Kind of eyeballs. What's his face?
You make that
His
a
name,
promise? Do you want fucking come back?
Once the situation is dealt with and the scales are balanced, we have no need to return to Evercrown outside of the lovely vacation destination that it is. I am particularly fond of the hot springs.
Fucking trust a thing that comes out of his fucking mouth.
So tense, Finian.
Don't talk to me like you know who I am.
But I do. See, we have friends in a variety of places. There's a reason I'm talking to the three of you and not someone else. Say a particular captain. You all have a particular set of skills. All placed here for a particular reason. Found your way to this particular town. A certain fate to it. But to answer your question, Finn, it's just so unfortunate how professors become so chatty when plied with a bit of wine.
Yeah,
He really can't stop talking about you.
I ain't gonna
do
have
me
none of
next. Who's my
this. I had none
secret
of
tell?
this shit. And I'm standing up and I'm walking out. I don't like any of this. This all just seems under the table, awful. I don't like this guy at all. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go find the captain.
As you get to the door, it is locked.
It's an all or nothing proposition, Finian.
I mean, if he doesn't agree, I'm sure me
If he
and...
doesn't agree, I leave you in peace, and you may go about your day and business however you see fit. Questions
With or
still
without you
unanswered?
stabbing us.
Questions still unanswered, and pockets still empty. The new hand does not engage in violence unless we are attacked first. I don't need to harm you.
Well,
It's too messy.
I kind of step back from the door and gesture to it, and then I'm like, well, then you know you have my answer, and you can fucking leave.
I'm gonna cast Friends on Finian.
Okay. Is there a save for that?
I don't think there is. With iteration,
What does it do?
you have advantage on all charisma checks. I have an advantage on charisma checks against you, which I'm hoping this works the way I want it to do. Because I just want to try to persuade him to go along with it.
You might have to deal with the consequences, but you may absolutely try.
You can certainly try.
Come on, Finian. It's one job. It's a net good. We're catching thieves. Isn't that the greater good or whatever?
There's a difference between catching thieves and doing it so these guys can get a good name and they can continue to cover up what we know they're probably doing behind everyone's back, behind closed doors.
So
They're trying to be more reputable. Quotes. Reputable my ass.
So you think
I've
it's
seen
better?
your fucking kind.
So you think it's better
The fact-
if the old hand just sticks around and keeps stealing
Wait,
from
it's-
people? You're saying that?
We dealt with them this afternoon. We could go do it on our own. We don't need this fucking pool. We don't need to do his dirty work for him. We can do it for ourselves. We can do it for the city.
Or we do it and we get money for it from our friend here.
I don't want to benefit him in any which way.
I mean, if we do it for the sake of good without him, then
We do
We're
it, and
still
then we
helping
would get
them.
money, and he doesn't have to get any money. He'll help out just out of the goodness of his heart, and he doesn't need to ask any questions. We'll just bring him along, and we'll get money.
No,
I'm not talking to you. I'm
I'm
talking
not
to that one.
helping you. If you're helping him,
You're not going to get rid of thieves just because we are taking money for a job. You're going to let the thieves continue. You're going to leave us one man down and let thieves continue running around.
The figure stands and kind of walks towards the door. Keeps his distance from you, Finian. He's not making aggressive moves.
Something you're going to have to learn, Finian. Someone always benefits. For good or for ill. If you're not going to do something just because someone you don't like benefits, it means other people are benefiting in worse ways. That's how the world works. Now, I respect a man with integrity, and I respect someone who sticks to their guns.
No pun intended.
But
we don't know that.
he might.
But baldy face, no,
Potentially.
mate.
Oh, he definitely does.
Here's the thing. If you help me, there's a chance, somewhere, maybe, the new hand gains an improvement, and our reputation is improved. That might happen. On the other hand, if you don't do anything, then refugees are still going to be harmed. Items and possessions still going to disappear.
And I'll
And
do
our
it.
reputation
Then
will
I'll
get
do
worse.
it for nothing.
I won't. I would like to be paid.
So would I.
I'm perfectly happy to accept charity when it's freely given.
He holds out his hand to you, Finian.
For nothing, then.
Shaking your hand. Because it's not for you.
You're going to be a fun one. I can tell. Theodosia, Felix. When the job is completed, find me at the fountain in the square where you dealt with the ingrates this afternoon. My suggestions would be heading over to the Palindrome, magical item shop. That was where the latest theft was reported. They know our work and specifically requested our protection. They'll know you're on your way. Oh, and if you wouldn't mind telling Captain Bophill that she won't have any other issues with ruffians. I will see to that personally.
We never got your name.
No, you didn't.
And he opens the door and walks out into the night.
Who are we supposed to ask for when we get... I guess we're supposed to look for him, but what if we talk to one of the other people? We'd just be like, hey, where's the bald guy?
And about less than probably like 90 seconds later, Captain Bob Hill comes around the corner. It's like, did I leave the fucking door unlocked again? Oh, Christ alive.
You are captain.
Yeah, I know. It's also... T,
And
it's
she's a
asleep, you
busy-
fucking sport hound. This has been the most exciting day we've had in 6 fucking months. Anywho. Are you able to lay low?
For the most part, yeah.
Lowest.
Ah, lovely. You went to the cellar again?
Yeah.
Well, I need to swing by there. Barty owes me a drink.
We tell her about the whole.
I mean, if you want, for the sake of brevity, you totally can. Or if you want to RP it out, you're totally welcome to. I don't care either way.
Captain, does Barty have a partner?
Oh my god.
Not that I'm aware of, no. He's been solitary for as long as I've been around, and all the stories say that he arrived in Evercrown one day about 50 some odd years ago, found the cellar, never left. Why do you ask? Oh,
Professional
fuck me. No, I've
curiosity.
seen that look. No, I've seen that look. She, like, walks away.
Have you
It's like, goes
seen
back to her
him?
desk. Yes, of course I've seen him. I've tried to climb the tree myself, but you get turned down every time.
I hate both of you.
You've seen him.
Theo.
T. He's quite... T, you know I've got a thing for the piercings, and he's got 3 in his horn, and you know he can do things. He's a bard. He's a musician. He's good with his fingers. Shut up.
I have known him since I was a child. Ew.
Yeah, I never said you should sleep with him, but it's not going to stop me from trying.
Oh my god.
And failing. But I tried nonetheless. She, like, finally, like, looks at you. Oi, what crawled up your ass and died?
He's grumpy.
I can
Moral.
tell that. He was happy-go-lucky a couple hours ago. What'd you lot do to him?
I think we just need to take the Pomeranian on a walk and sort things out.
Fuck did you just
Fine.
say?
She called you a small dog boy.
He
He called you a small dog boy.
I've had about enough of this. Okay. And he just kind of like under his breath, just kind of like, I'm walking away. I'm taking a walk.
When
Alright.
you walk away, you
We split the party
don't
this
hear
early.
me say, please, oh baby,
playing my
don't
character.
go.
Before you leave, Bob Hill taps you on the shoulder, and you feel like a little magical rune glow on your shoulder. It's like, you're not done with your work just yet, but it's been a day. Go for a walk. I'll know where to find you.
He's got the eyes and stubbornness.
I'm pretty sure that's just Alex.
That's just the character stuffer. That's just me sticking. Like, I'm not gonna have like, oh, my character's this is very important to my character, and then the first time something happens, he's just like, oh, okay. I'm just gonna throw away all my values because some guy told me to.
That's
I mean,
fair. It's
that's
just
usually how
Finian
it
and his
goes.
2 morally bankrupt friends.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, the area you're in is like, it's like you're at the top of a hill, so like there's a bit more of a hill, and like it looks like a little park and a garden further up the hill, or you can walk back into town. Where would you like to go? Where would you like to go?
Working garden sounds nice. Reminds me of home.
Okay, yeah, it's a lovely little garden. It's a small park. It's got like a little sitting area, some statues and things. You see there's like a little pond with some koi fish. It's again like super richy rich, like really nice park. Again, you're in the middle of like a Mediterranean lovely town. So it's like it's a super nice, it's Lots of very unique flowers. It's clear like some druid art has been done to like sing them into shapes and things like that. And it's nice. It's relaxing. Are you just chilling, or is there anything in particular like to do there?
I'm just kind of chilling, just sitting, looking, just thinking, being like, is this like people just because in his head he's just like kind of saw people stand up for something, and then all of a sudden are willing to just, and he's just like, it's kind of like he's not really liking what he's seeing. So that's the kind of just thoughts that are going through his head.
True neutral, baby.
About how long do you stay up there, would you say?
A while.
Sorry?
A while. I don't know.
Okay.
Just a couple. He's just sitting. I've got my shit with me. I might even just start like fiddling with stuff.
Okay. Theo and Felix, what are you guys doing?
No.
Do I need to apologize for the Pomeranian comment? Or was it bigger than that?
You might need to. He's Look, if there's one thing I can tell you about halflings, and especially halflings from Lifeblood Basin, we're, for the most part, an insular folk until we leave. And then, the big bad world slams into you, and you're not on a little farm anymore, and suddenly, instead of being the tallest person in town, you're at most the height of someone's knee. No, I'm not bitter. It's whiplash, I would say. But an apology goes a long way for all things. And give him time. He needs to learn the true ways of the world, I think. At least I did. So if he's anything like me, he might just need some time to see the world ain't all good and evil, just in a constant clash with each other. Bad people do good things, and good people do awful shit.
Yes.
Honestly, you'd think he'd have already learned that, considering he was at the Dalewish Academy or something, which is at the Talinian Fortress.
Again, the Dalewish Academy it's fairly insular. You don't go out much. You're not going to see much of anything, especially depending on what you are or are not doing or studying. And in all honesty, T, if we're being completely fair, your particular dislike of certain things at the fortress don't necessarily mean that the fortress is an old bad place.
Theodosha just sort of like gives her a squint, but shuts up.
Don't go digging into old wounds if you don't want to bleed a bit, lass.
I am sensing that you Southerners have some drama that I might not be up to date with.
Well, hang around long enough, I'm sure you'll catch a whiff of something. You seem to have that air about you.
I'm not a Southerner. I'm not from there. I just was there at a point.
Anywho, I'd suggest you go find your friend if you can. And she looks at the pile of blankets on her desk and things like that. I'm smart enough not to ask questions. But should the hand provide, please remind them not to cause any trouble in my fucking town.
Well, one of them said that you don't have to worry about ruffians and the refugees.
Excellent. Well, since you seem to know where this help might be coming from, again, and she like now looks the two of you in the eye. Don't fuck up my town.
I will valiantly make an attempt.
I suppose that's all I can ask of you.
You know how much trouble I'd be in if I tried to fuck up the town.
Well, see, you've already tried and you failed. I'm not necessarily worried about you anymore.
All right.
If you need me, I'll be here. If you... I don't know what the fuck you're going to be up to, but if you need any help, you know where to find me. I am going to fucking sleep, because it has been a hell of a day.
All right.
And
sounds
she
good.
walks upstairs and takes a rest.
We don't have any money, do we? Like, none money.
I don't have, like, any fucking money.
Do I have the money that's in my inventory, or should I make that a 0?
You, your guys is at the end of the day, actually sitting on the desk are your coin purses. So your money has been returned to you for at least completing your the first bit of contract service.
We
We
should
should
probably take Finn his money.
That was what I was gonna say. He probably wants this back. He did get into a fight over it, which, rightfully so, I'd get into a fight if someone stole my coin purse.
He's not wrong.
He's
like,
not wrong. No, he's not wrong.
but he is a little bit of a brown noser.
Theo laughs. Little bit. I don't know. The world's sort of
So-
short on those these days. Maybe we need more of him.
You're not from the south.
Oh my god. No.
You
I'm not
guys
from
are
the
able to make your way up the hill. You find Finn. What are you
Making you-
tinkering on, Finn? Making something new? Working on something old?
I immediately hide what I'm working on.
All right, please roll
Oh,
me a
we
sleight of
found him,
hand.
We found him. We did such a good job.
I mean, it's up the hill. Like, you know where the park is. You've
Did-
been there before.
He didn't tell us where he was going, though, did he?
9.
No, that's fair.
Sleight of hand. That's a 14.
We're just real good at it. Just real good.
14? All right, perception checks from the two of you,
Are they
please.
looking for it though?
This is
This'll
just
be-
passive-ish, right? Oh, I rolled a nat 1. I don't see dick.
Yeah.
And then Felix
Doesn't
tripped
matter.
over a bug.
Felix, you are just... There's fucking koi fish in this pond? Holy shit!
Those are
I-
some big fucking fish.
I rolled a 13. Not
All
very.
right, you guys, as you walk up, you notice that Finn is just like closing up a little knapsack and, you know, putting away some tools. Looks like he might have been working on something, but nothing important.
Got something for you.
What?
I don't know which one of us picked it up.
Me! We have your coin. You walked off before our lovely guard captain reunited us with our coin purses.
Thank you.
We didn't take anything from it.
You just made us sound so like we were fine, and then you said that, and that makes it
I don't
sound
know, he
like
was the
we
one-
took something from it.
He walked off.
Look, I would know
us-
if
our
there was
morals being
anything taken
questioned.
from it. Fine.
I figured he already assumed that we'd try that.
I may have very low standards and very low morals. But I am not going to rifle through a man's coin purse when he's done nothing to wrong me yet. If he
Yes,
had
ma'am.
wronged me, it would be a different story, and there would be a good chunk of your coin missing, Or I just wouldn't be here. I would have just left with it.
I would not
Some
have let
big,
him
I was about to
leave
say, there
with
were
it.
some big operative words in that sentence, and then you just came out and said it.
I'm speaking my truth.
Hey, go off. Go off, king. Young king, young moolah baby.
What?
It's a rap thing.
Over my head.
Yeah. He's a terrible, terrible mumble rapper. There's the first reference that can date when we recorded this.
Yeah, I don't know who this person is.
Look, I
We're
can't
all,
believe
like,
the two of you are
awkward.
gonna do that guy's. Like, why? You know what he's doing. You know what he's into.
The world is a fucked up place. They're gonna do some bad shit either way. If it's not us they're hiring someone else to do it. And then they get the money. At least we
And,
have slightly good intentions.
Fair. I
Might as well.
need what they're offering.
At least
Hypothetically.
people who do give a shit for the town are doing it.
I've
I mean,
seen
we don't have to
people
get our
go
hands
down
bloody.
that road, and I'm not going to. If I'm gonna
have
do something, it's gonna be because it's right, or because I'm getting paid, because it's not. But I'm not doing it because I know, yeah, I'm gonna get paid, but they're gonna get paid way more. They're using this. That it's all just. Fuck. Even just thinking about it, one gold coin per magical item when the good graces they're gonna get. And I'm not saying I want anything of it, I'm saying they don't deserve it. They don't deserve what they're gonna, the things they'll be able to do with that kind of. Yeah, they're upgrading from thievery to things that you can do so much more damage with. Dealing in
Yeah.
power politics?
The three of us are hardly capable of toppling governments or
Yeah, but I'm not gonna
having any
add to it.
influence here.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do, and I'm gonna go do it because it's the right thing to do. You guys can take your fucking money. I don't want it. But don't tell me how I should be.
Not telling you how
Fair
you should
enough.
be. But for being honest here, I care more about the information than I care about the money.
Same. And
One
it
thing
helps
can-
that we're not directly harming anyone through this. Like, he told us we didn't have to make this a bloody affair. We can do this without hurting anyone. Stolen items get returned, and I get something I need, and Theo gets something she needs.
Definitely Theo. I don't know why Zach keeps pronouncing it as Theo.
Because Bartholomew is German.
It's an accent thing.
Theo. That's how it's.
No,
It's
because
the way the TH sounds,
Theo.
and your vowels, but
Dear Theodosia, what
Yeah,
do
No.
I say to you?
It's like that. You've met someone who's known you most of your life, and then another person who's known you most of their life. No one's gonna call you by your first name.
you're lucky the nicknames aren't worse, frankly.
It's true.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, saying T-Dog sounds awful in that accent. So,
Please, God, save us from that.
T-Doge.
Get fucked.
Anyway, now with that interlude. It is late at night, so unfortunately your investigation would have to start in the morning. Would you like to find a tavern or just a straight inn to spend the eve?
I'm worried about my kidneys if we continue drinking.
Theodosia's good with whatever.
All right, tavern it is. I'm getting us some coin.
What?
All
I'm
right.
worried about my kidneys if we keep drinking. Also, let's go to a tavern.
I changed my mind.
I changed my mind.
All right. You are able to find a small little hole in the wall place. It's called the Nested Nook. And it's like a little 10-room tavern. It's more of an inn than a tavern. It's got a very I hesitate to call it a stage. It's more like a
spot where there isn't a table.
It's a spot where there's not a table and there is like a pallet or two like laid down so you're elevated. Like it's like there's a couple boxes for you to be elevated on. Like it's not if there was a Motel 6 of the fantasy world, you have found it.
Nice.
Perfect.
But the food is hot and the alcohol is strong. And yeah, you guys find a table and settle in. Felix, you want to hop up and you wanted to do a performance?
Yes.
All right. Please roll me 3 performance checks.
Jesus fuck. Okay. What is my modifier?
I imagine you've got
plus
expertise in it.
6. 21, 16, 13.
All right. Your song starts off incredibly. You get the whole place lively and riled up. The middle, like it softens down in the middle, and at the end, you try some new material, a verse you've been working on and kind of workshopping. Doesn't land as well as you hope, but it was better than the last time you tried it, so you've at least got a starting point. And I would say from that, you get 5 gold.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
5 gold in tips. That's enough to cover your evening of food, beverage, and in rooms if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll cover the team.
All right.
We're a team.
You are
Only
a team.
barely.
Barely.
Only barely a team. And as you all lay your heads down for a long rest, as the sounds of the tavern start to ebb away as the evening progresses, a cold breeze sort of blows through the open windows in the shared room you're all in. You lay down to sleep.
Oh, we're in a shared room. Okay, I love this for us.
Yeah, it's big common room. Lots of bunk
there
beds.
Only one bed, and we all have to share it.
No.
Okay, thank God.
We're not at the fan fiction portion of the campaign yet. We need Catherine to listen to the episodes first, and then she can write it.
Yeah.
With a cold breeze blowing through the window, with a small sense of maybe what's to come, you all close your eyes and lay down for a nice rest. That is where we will end our episode for today. Thank you all so much for joining us for another episode of Dances with Dice. Please follow us on all social media channels at Dances with Dice, and when you use the hashtag DWDcast or DWDart, we'll use you as named NPCs in the show. As always, thank you so much, and join us every single Tuesday for new episodes of Dances with Dice. All right. Good
Also,
job,
who-
everybody.
Who would I be